Alright, so I'm trying this again. Let's try to go live with using my iPad, but it was not working. Messing around out here in my shed finally, because I took my ATV down to the cabin. So I actually have room to get in here. Waiting to see if anybody comes on. Just want to do a quick mail call and a few shout outs to a few channels. Just kind of seeing what's going on and killing spiders. Haven't been able to be in here in a while, so I've got a lot of cleaning up and moving stuff around to do. Flipping like 90 degrees out here, 100% humidity. I've been able to get down to the cabin, which was nice. I was able to go down yesterday. Did some videos. I got to get them all scheduled and everything like that so that I can have them going. Gonna go down tomorrow to do a little more work down there. Oh, somebody give me a thumbs up. That's probably Sarah. But anyways, just to kind of keep getting stuff done down there. I'm watching right now. Just kind of messing around in here, seeing what's going on. Said I want to do some shout outs. Try to get a few people in here before I do my mail call from Uncle Al that I got. Who's in there? That's probably me. That happens to me. Go back. Sweating like there's no tomorrow today because this humidity is ridiculous here in Indiana. I always count on that. The humidity is always like dang near 100% all the time here. Anytime it's hot, just plan on it being humid. Oh, I need to work on getting the rust off these. I didn't oil them. Stupid me. I haven't done any of my lead casting in a while. No excuse though. I need to get them cleaned up, get them lubed up, and then be able to use it. This here's one of those little Coleman cheap little hatchets. I'm gonna work on practicing with it, using a file to kind of try to get a semi-decent edge on it. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Somebody else joined me. Hi to whoever joined me. I haven't looked at the participant thing yet. Ooh, got a couple people. Alright, let's see who's here. Phil, what's up, man? Another day in paradise. Just saw your videos for your shout outs that you're doing. I'm just kind of messing around out here. Uh-oh, Jerry's in the house. Hey, Jerry, how are you, sir? Any fun and exciting things going on out there in West Virginia? Me here just roasting away. So flipping hot. As I said, I'm out of my shed finally. I moved got my ATV down to my cabin. Did that the other day when I sliced my finger. There's a look at my stitches. Haven't really washed it just because I don't feel like messing with it. 6 stitches. I get them out here in a couple days. Well, I think in a week is what they said. And it was more for show than anything. I wouldn't have gone to the hospital had it not been for my wife. But she's the boss, so she wins. Hey, watching the YouTube is a lot better than watching cable most of the time. You get a lot more variety out here, so it makes it kind of nice. Plus, we get to talk with each other. It's nothing. It's just me talking about going to the hospital. So you can't see anything on it. Just saying that the wife told me I have to go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital. It actually only took me 45 minutes in there. Hope this works. Hey, how are you? So, well, I got a few people in here. So I want to do a quick little mail call on. Everybody should know, and if you don't know, Uncle Al, Died Bullfrog 79, sent me a book. This is another book that he sent me, 1 Acre and Security, talking about how to live off grid. And if anybody saw my video that I did for Finger Lakes Prepper for the video response to him talking about the gaps that we all have in our prepping and things like that, one of my biggest gaps that I see personally is just knowledge per se of what to do, homestead wise. I can shoot guns all day long. I can start fires all day long. I can build shelters, but I can't grow food. I never have. I've never grown livestock or anything like that. That's why I'm trying to work on expanding my knowledge with that, especially with my neighbor down there at my cabin, who he's sick right now, so I'm kind of worried about him. But his sons are down there. Wes, how are you? So I'm trying to get with them to work. They've got chickens and they've got goats, and then they've got the turkeys, which are the ugliest things in the world, as I've said before. I really need to take a video of them when I go down there tomorrow, so everybody can see how ridiculously ugly that they are. I want to say thank you to everybody. I didn't realize, I was looking at my subscriptions today. I'm at 587, I think it is. I didn't realize I had that many, so I really appreciate everybody. I guess I'll do a giveaway again when I hit 600. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for that. And that'll be coming up here real soon. I want to do. So I'm thinking. I saw a video a while back where a guy made a post-apocalypse type hatchet out of a old circular saw like this, where he cut it in half. So I'm thinking about using that for it, just something to do. Right now I'm just kind of organizing everything out here. We've got several videos coming out this week about updates down on the cabin, another fire starter for Friday, garage sale find, and I think that's it. I had a really good garage sale find. That video should be coming out probably tomorrow. The wife is setting all that stuff up for me. So Wes and Jerry, you guys doing anything exciting tonight? And same thing with you. Hope this works. And Bill's watching YouTube like the rest of us. Anything exciting happening out there, Roger? How are you? I'm sweating like crazy out here. Got a bunch of I'm editing and watching. You organize. I know, right? Well, I got a whole bunch of stuff that I got some giveaways and things that I've just kind of collected, and I want to start giving some of the stuff away. Working on my chainsaw. Oh, hey, only I'm the one who gets cut around here, so please be careful, Jerry. Chainsaws, they cut a lot quicker than, pocket knives do. So, your wife will not be happy No excitement here, just tending to the garden and making some sawdust for a customer. Okay, that's kind of a nice way to. Are you doing like woodwork right now, or building something, and just the sawdust is extra, or are you literally making sawdust specifically for that person? Oh, and my woodsman, how are you? Yes, please hit that like. I appreciate it. That is always nice to do. You know, YouTube likes to base everything off the number of likes and comments and everything that you get off that stuff. Sorry, I'm gonna move my computer. I'm on my laptop right now. Again, I was trying to do it off my iPad, but it was not cooperating with me. You guys didn't see, I got a nice book in the mail from Uncle Al, Diet Bullfrog 79. This is about how to basically homestead without destroying everything that you have. That's my big thing that I'm working on. That's the big thing I'm working on with down there with the Finger Lakes Prepper when he was talking about his gap, finding out about your gaps. That's my biggest gap is just the knowledge base. Where you own software is the best. See, when it comes to editing and stuff like that, I just use the basic Windows thing. That's why none of my stuff is ever exciting with the editing, just because I don't know how it all works and I'm not that fancy. I would love to be able to get there one of these days, but as long as I don't look like a complete tool, I'm happy. I need a clone. Clone humans. They kind of don't really like those all that much right now. Making some boxes for a knife maker in Houston. Yep. So that's a win-win right there. You kill two birds with one stone right there. Peacekeeper, how are you? Taking forever. Yeah. Computers, you gotta love it these days. They make everything all modern and everything, but now it's just so hard that our computers have so much stuff on them. It seems like they take 10 times as long than what it did just a few years ago. And then every time you turn around, you gotta update and all that kind of stuff. Ooh, 45 minutes. That sucks. That totally sucks. But yeah. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. Homestead, what kind of boxes are you doing? Watch Wade, just Jeremy Wade catches fish. Okay. Dan's here. Hey, it's a party. It's a party now, as he would say, show enough. But I don't have the accent for it. But yeah, hope this works. What kind of knife boxes are you making? Like for like little pocket knives, like this kind of stuff, or for like the bigger ones and things like that. And I showed everybody before, but there's my finger. I rented a truck the other day to take that spreader I got for free a long time ago off Craigslist and my little ATV down to my cabin, and I was cutting the ratchet straps off, and I kind of went a little too Hercules. Cutting the ratchet straps out of the package and had it and did it and sliced it. The problem with your finger is very vascular, so it was bleeding lots. Took it inside, was trying to rinse it off and everything, trying to hold pressure. The wife said, "Hey, you're going to the hospital." I was like, "I don't need to." She says, "Yes, you are." And I didn't want to fight because I knew I would lose that battle. And so we went. 6 stitches later, I have to wear this little brace for another day so I don't bend it and pop the stitches out. If you see me wiping my forehead, I'm sorry. It's like 1,000,000 degrees outside and 100% humidity. He is going to use them as a display box for his knives. When he ships them, he makes custom scales of hero. Oh, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I know Will over Just in Time Prepping, he's working with a guy doing where he's making sheets for a guy who makes custom knives. So that's kind of cool. I like how we can all, work around and help each other. Doing these side businesses and stuff like that. That's how we all get along. Makes life nice. And my finger didn't really hurt all that bad. It was just more the blood factor than anything. So forgot to have some paper towels in here. Wipe my forehead. Oh gosh, good lord. Okay, so I wanted to do 3 shout outs. Well, I got a few of you guys on here. Please don't forget, most of you guys probably already subscribed to him, but Eat Carbs is pushing for 2,500 subs. If you guys aren't subbed to him, please go check him out. He does a lot of canteen cooking, things like that, campfire cooking, all kinds of stuff. And he loves to pick up trash. And it drives him nuts when he's out in the woods and stuff like that, and people just throw their trash everywhere. Two more are one's AOK Foraging, Thack and Brenda. They had some hilarious live streams this weekend because Fred Outdoorish they had a meetup up in Michigan, and they were all drinking and riding on boats, and Brenda was sitting on her life vest, so I had to comment, life vests do better wearing them instead of sitting on them. And then the last one is Today's Homesteader. This is a younger guy that's out west. Can't remember which state he's in, but he's building up his homestead. Does lots of stuff on his own. He's got goats, chickens, alpacas. He just got his one of his alpacas back from the groomers. He calls them ET. He's got the big livestock dogs out there because he actually gets bears around his property and stuff like that. So if you aren't subbed in any of those 3, if you could take a look at them, I'd appreciate it. When I actually post this video and everything, I'll come back through and I'll put their links down in the information below. And as I said, I'm getting close to 600 subscribers, and I didn't realize I was that close. I think I need like 12 or 14 more, something like that. So whenever I hit that 600, I'm going to do another. Thanks, home. I'm going to do another, giveaway. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. Do another giveaway. I have no idea what it's going to be, but it definitely will be one of my more 511s. I always give those out. And probably a little miscellaneous stuff that I got kind of hanging out here that I've gotten from other stuff and kind of paid forward and the like. Tomorrow, as I said, I'm going. Dude, you're telling me, man. You used the crap out of that black-handled one. I've never seen one that you work the blade down that much. They're just good all-around knives. It's not a bushcraft knife by any stretch of the means, but it is definitely a good all-around knife to have, for the shop and, just to take out when you're not trying to go camping out in the woods and things like that. They are nice and they're not expensive. The only thing that I just don't like is that I don't really like their sheaths. These aren't as bad because they got the clips. It says carbon steel. Oh. Let me see. Yeah, they are carbon steel. So these will strike off of. Thank you, Hopes. I appreciate that you supporting everybody else. But yeah, so just FYI, if you guys either win it off me or get one on your own, these more 511s will strike a piece of flint. So that is kind of cool. I've never actually paid attention. I'm not a flint and steel kind of guy. I suck at it. Give me a ferro rod any day of the week, and right, yeah. I thought they were stainless too. I really did, and I've had 511s for a really long time. So that's kind of, and they're I get these at the Pathfinder shop. Please don't ever think I'm being cheap or anything, guys. These things are $8 at the Pathfinder shop that I get, and I live in Indianapolis, so that's where the Pathfinder shop is. I just go to the store, and I go in, normally buy 4 or 5 at a time. The guys there know me. They know when I walk in, they're already heading back to the warehouse to go grab a handful of them, because they know that's one of the big things that I always buy there from them. And I can't recommend them enough. Hey Jerry, with your high speed striker, what type of steel is it? Is it just like a regular stainless steel that you grind down to 90 degrees on all sides? All right, Wes, gotta go to work. Oh, Shaman. Later, man. Have a good one. Because I have that one that I got from a ferro rod off of eBay that I'm using, but I want to make a bigger one, especially having the hurt finger and stuff like that. It's going to show that I need to work more with. Ooh, damn! I'm making the computer all shaky. My bad. Hope y'all ain't getting seasick. I need to work with. All right, Phil. Have a good one, man. Oh, cool. Thanks, man. It's high speed steel. High speed steel, high speed striker. Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, like I was saying, I really appreciate that, man. I really, really do. Hurting my finger like this just made me think about the fact that we need to practice our stuff when we're not fully capable. Because what good is doing all this stuff if you break your hand when you're out? You cut yourself like this, and you can't use your one of your hands completely and stuff like that. When I got the video that I'll do for the Fire It Up Friday, I'm using a ferro rod, and you can see that it's an awkward striking for me because of my finger and stuff. I'm going to be doing some firearms videos later on this week with my AR and my handguns. With my finger messed up. I'll probably end up doing those tomorrow and posting them later on this week. So just doing that kind of stuff. Jerry, how is your view time coming? I have been when I've been at work, I've been trying to run your playlist in the background, and also anybody else who's still on here, please make playlist. Please, I try to have 3 or 4 going in the background. Have key stop for sure. Oh, okay. That's slow. I'll have to look at that. I never even thought about that. But yeah, make playlist, because Jerry, you kind of did the video the other day talking about it, but I always try to have 3 or 4 people's playing. I work 12-hour shifts at the hospital, so that's 30 hours a week that I'm getting, each person, 10 hours a day. So I try to do, different people each day, of course, along with myself. But so I think I've probably done yours, Jerry, a couple, 3, 4 times. So it's just always trying to just to pick random people and keep doing it. So please have playlists, if not for anything, for me. So make sure that they are your videos when you do the playlist, so that you are getting the credit for the watch time. I know they said that if your playlist is watched by somebody else, that you get time, but I don't feel 100% on that, because I've watched my own watch time not really move when I've done that. So I always just recommend 3, 4, 5 videos, or just do an all playlist. Take every one of your videos and just put it in a playlist and label it all videos. Then that way, when somebody has time, like like I do at work. I just hit the play, put it on mute, hit the replay, and then just plays for 10 hours. So that's a nice way for all of us to be able to get that. Whether you need it or not, the watch time, the more watch time you get, even if you're smaller channels, that shows YouTube, hey, this channel is being watched, so let's recommend it more. When I was looking at my analytics yesterday, YouTube with this month has put in 54,000 uh, 54,000 impressions. That means where they had my videos up on the recommended and things like that 54,000 times. In the grand scheme of things, that's not even a drop in the bucket, because there's millions and millions and millions of viewers and everything like that. But that's 54,000 times that somebody could see your channel and stuff like that. The biggest thing I need to work on is I need to work on my thumbnails, because a lot of the stuff I've been reading online talking about that is, especially with the recommended, the analytics show that people pay more attention to the picture than you do the thumbnail than anything else. And yes, tags, I just use the same generic set. I won't even lie, because I don't understand them. That's why they always say, the clickbait and stuff like that with or the good old tit bait. That always works to get people to click in, but then they get disappointed when you don't have that stuff. But I do have a couple of my friends who are going to be hopefully coming down in a couple of weeks. They are females, so you will get to see some females doing some shooting. They have both asked me to take them shooting, so I'm going to bring my AR and a couple of my handguns and a couple of my shotguns down there for them to do some shooting. So you'll get to see them and hear me make fun of them, but they want to learn, so I am more than willing to take them down there and to teach them. Females are, yes, they do. So I would love to get my wife to do it, but she hates guns. She knows how to pull the trigger if it ever happened, but yeah, they do think. But she does not. She does not like guns to use them herself. I think I don't know if she's ever actually even shot when I've been shooting and stuff. So, but she knows how to, just in case it ever came to. I'm actually putting small channels, tips and tricks. Hey, it's always nice to have those. What is it? Christ-centered blacksmithing, I think is the name of his channel. He does obviously blacksmithing, but him and his wife. Hello, RG. How are you? Him and his wife do little side videos talking about helping out on YouTube or just helping out in business in general and stuff like that. And it's always nice that we can all help each other learn, because that's the biggest thing for me with YouTube is, one, the entertainment value, and two, we all learn from each other. Every time I watch a video, that's always an opportunity to learn something. For you guys, you learned that I cut myself very easily. Yeah, I think pretty much everybody in here thumbs up, so I really appreciate that for everybody for thumbing up the video. That's always nice. And then RG, you doing anything exciting tonight before on this lovely Sunday before work starts? People are well, not doing it. Hey, finger learn not to. So that's always been. With you though, Jerry, your woodworking on those handles is just amazing. So I can't say enough about that stuff. I wish I had the ability to do that. There's a wood shop here up the street from me that you can pay and go do woodworking like that, woodworking there. And I've always kind of been tempted to, but I don't want to make a complete fool of myself in there, and I'd have no idea what I'd actually even attempt to make. I was watching a video on a guy doing a bowl out of a burl, so that was really cool. And Jerry, was it you that was looking for burl wood? I can't remember who. I have so many subscriptions. That's like nice. Uh, but yeah, I know somebody was looking for burl wood. Yeah, I need burl. Okay, I've got 2 trees down. Captain Mayonnaise. That's an awesome name. Oil and water. Gotta love it. It's Meg's. I think that's how you make mayonnaise. I've got 2 trees down on my property that have big old burls on them. I will work to get to them because they're behind a bunch of poison ivy. So I gotta kill the poison ivy before I can get to those. And no, I'm retired. Monsoons. Where are you from? I can remember my monsoon season when I was out in El Paso, August to September. Only time it ever rained, and when it rained, it freaking rained. Arizona. Okay, yeah. It cracks me up with the desert and stuff like that it goes from being completely parched to, oh my God, there's so much rain in a heartbeat. I know I've watched a couple videos with Out West Homestead with Sue and Bill. They posted a couple good videos. Hello, Hike with Mike. How are you? They posted a couple good videos lately where they've been getting hit with rain. So they have a really good garden set up where they collect all the rain. And then I don't know if Dan's still on here or not with Home in the Sticks. If you ever want to see the gold standard for rainwater catchment, check out his video that he posted probably a couple months ago. He has an awesome setup with his water catchments and gets so much water from his rain that it's so cool. I have a video coming up of a very ghetto rain barrel system, but it's what I have to do for what I have. As you guys might know or not, I do have a spring on my property. The problem with it is that it's 30 feet down in a holler, and there's no power or anything down there. I have to figure a way. It's got a pump house in it, so it used to have a pump with power and everything there, but they ripped it out. And when they logged the property, they screwed it up, and the guy didn't care because he was just in it for the money. So I have to figure a way to get the water from the spring up the hill up to my property. I've been looking at a couple different hand pumps and things like that, but all of them are, say they only go like 20 feet and things like that. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to have to do. I'm hoping I'm not going to have to do power because I don't know how I'm going to stretch power down that far. Yeah, I can use an extension cord, but I don't know how safe I feel with having that down there and then having to pump the water up that high is going to be Guns, Knives, and Beer. Hey, it's always a good night when he stops by. How are you today? Disney behaving himself. Uncle Al, thank you. Hey, again, if you guys haven't seen when I was showing it before, Uncle Al, thank you. Thank you so much for this book. This is going to be great. This is exactly something that I need to fill my gap for my knowledge. Between this and that other book that you sent me with the improvised weapons, it'll be awesome. Great. Went kayaking today on the lake. He got a great swim. Ah, nice. At least he didn't dunk you in the water. Although I could see that sneaky little dog doing that. Yeah, if you guys haven't subbed each other, please do so. Everybody on my channel, you guys are always awesome. Uncle Al, he's a little different. He's a little different. He's a California guy, that shouldn't be living in California with the way he is. Guns, Knives, and Beer, great guy out in California. Disney is such a mischievous dog, always stealing stuff to do giveaways for some reason. I don't know on that one. So if you haven't looked at each other, please do so. Did I say Colorado? I think it said Colorado. I don't know. Either way, but he does your trail riding and stuff like that out there is amazing. I've got a couple friends who live out in one lives in Denver, and I can't remember where the other one is. Did some barefoot hiking today. And FaceTime campfire Steve and swap here. Dude, I can't do barefoot hiking. Cannot do that barefoot stuff. I need something underneath my feet. Was his name Cody Lundeen, the survival guy that always wears shorts and barefoot and all that kind of stuff. Anybody who can do any of that kind of stuff, barefoot y'all are high speed killer types that can do that stuff. I'm just too afraid that I'm gonna step on something and stab my foot or get bit by a spider or something like that. Especially down on my property, I got so many big old huge spiders. It's not even funny. Hey, and I did these shout outs earlier, and if you guys aren't sub to them, please do so. Please at least check them out. Eat Carbs is doing a 2,500 sub push. He's a great guy. Does a lot of cooking and lots of hiking and stuff like that. And one of his passions is cleaning up people's crap the garbage and stuff like that they leave out in the woods. AOK Foraging is doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Zach and Brenda are nuts. They will crack you up the whole time. They were out there. They had a meetup with Fred Outdoors Snokes up in Michigan over the weekend. Did a bunch of lives, and they were crazy. And then the small channel that I want to give a shout out to, it's called Today's Homesteader. It's a younger guy that's out west, Utah maybe. I can't remember which state he's in, but he's got a real nice homestead setup that he's improving on. Does lots of work with the fencing and working on his ponds for his water placement and stuff like that. He's got chickens, got alpacas, has the livestock dogs because he has bears out there. So his livestock dogs keep them in check. So he's really cool. I just hate his hair. He's got shaved head and then like a little rooster thing going on. But hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But yes, if you guys aren't subbed to any of those, if you at least please give them a check, I would appreciate it. Let's see. Big Al. Now we got two Al's around here. Big Al and Uncle Al. Gonna have a big old party right now. How are you today? I'm just kind of goofing around out here in the shed, kind of cleaning up things since I'm able to actually get in here. Took my ATV down to my shed, to my cabin. If you can kind of see, that's my finger where I did the 6 stitches. Gotta keep wearing this stupid splint thing until it's either tomorrow or Tuesday. I actually gotta call the doc. Only one big out. Call the doc and see when they'll take out the stitches. But I don't have a doc right now because to go to the Army, the guy that was my doctor just got deployed. So he is at an undisclosed location per the doctor's office. He's a lieutenant colonel in the National Guard, and so he gets deployed a lot to the Middle East and things like that. So I have to figure out who's going to be my doctor to cut out my stitches. Although I can probably just have it done at work. I work at a hospital. I always got lots of doctors there. Plus, I got scissors. My wife might frown upon that, but hey, ask for forgiveness, not permission. Let's see. Big Al, you doing anything exciting today? Anything exciting going on with you? This year worked. This is just my shed. I live in a mobile home park, so I don't have a garage. So this is just my shed. Shot a crap load of ammo. That's me tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing lots of shooting. Thank you, Homestead. I appreciate that. But yeah, so this is just kind of where I get away from the kids while I'm here. I've got my lead melting out here, and for my lead molds and stuff like that, and just kind of keep all my extra crud out there. Shadow 2, CZ, and SIG. See, I've wanted to do. I've shot a SIG 365 before, old school with a modern twist. Good evening. CZs though, I've never shot. I hear either people love CZs or they hate CZs. I've never personally shot one, so I don't know. I don't have an opinion either way. But you know, I'm a Glock guy. I've carried the same Glock 23 for 20 years now. I got it when my dad bought it for me when I was 18. Shot a little. Whoa, 500 yards. That is ridiculous. That's reach out and touch something way the hell out there. You know, longest I shot when I was in the military was 300 meters. You know, could take them down, but still, here in Indiana, unless you're up north and you're shooting, I shot a 30-40 Krager. Never even heard of it. Sounds like it's going to be a shoulder breaker. But down where my cabin is and stuff like that, it's so hilly. If you shoot, 50 yards, that's a long distance shot before you're running into another hill. That's why they don't. But it doesn't make any sense here because in Indiana they just now allowed rifle hunting for deers, but only on private property. They haven't expanded it to the public property, and you have to shoot from an elevated position. You have to be at least 10 feet, I think, off the ground. We can shoot out to 1,200, but it's awfully than that. We shoot a bunch of steel here in Oklahoma. Oklahoma is known for its ranges. Oh my gosh. I know. Shoot, what is the name of the base that's out there? Now all of a sudden I can't even think about it. The Army base that's out there that they just moved the artillery out there. Atlas. No, it's a rifle. No, HUD's down there in Texas. Fort Sill, yeah, Fort Sill. That's it. Fort Sill, Oklahoma. They've got they moved the artillery and stuff like that from Fort Bliss, where I was, for the air defense, and moved it out there. So you got some good. You're known for some good ranges out there, at least military wise. Because if you can afford to have air defense, you've got some long distance shooting that's going there. This is private land. Oh, that's nice. That is here in Indiana, there's a few places that I've seen that you can shoot out that far, but most of them, they are uber exclusive ranges and stuff like that. That people who shoot competition and crap like that all shoot at those. My range, I got it set up at 25 yards, and I can shoot out to 100 yards if I really wanted to, with the way that it's set up. I don't ever plan on shooting anything more than 100 yards where I'm at. If I went out west and was doing some sort of hunting out there, that's a different subject. But for what I would do here, 50 yards and less is going to be my longest shot that I'm going to be doing. There's just really not the game for it, and not the land for it. But being able to shoot out that far is awesome. I had a guy that worked at the Rural King. He had a 50 BMG that he had some property up in Wisconsin, and he had 1,000 yard range on his property that he would use that for. Uh, you know, I've seen 1,000 yard ranges when I was in the army. I can't imagine shooting that far. I know I was in an armored unit, so the tankers and stuff like that, they were shooting that stuff all the time. Keith Crunk is in the house. How are you, sir? Always nice to have you stop by. Appreciate it. But yeah. Ooh, keeps getting to me. Lose my train of thought. Do you watch Big Al? Do you watch Dutch? That's out there in keeping it Dutch. Hey, I'm doing okay. That's my finger wound. Cut my finger the other day, but yeah, I like watching Keeping It Dutch out there in Oklahoma. I don't know where in Oklahoma he's at, but he's got a real nice homestead that he has set up out there, and Oklahoma's a great state. I just hate driving on your guys' interstates because they are horrible. I remember driving through there to go to and from Texas, and you get off one interstate, and 10 feet later you're having to make your exit and cut across 15 lanes and stuff like that. So that's the worst part that I've seen out there for Oklahoma. Holy crud! 1,600 yards. My God, dude, what is that? Hold on, that's 4,800 feet. That is almost a mile. Good gosh almighty. That's some long distance shooting right there. I don't. If you can even just make the metal ding when you hit that far, that's some good stuff right there. Because that is some long distance shooting. I wouldn't even know what kind of scope that you would need for something like that to be able to shoot out that far, because most of my shot, like I said, 100 yards and less for me, and like most of the time I'm using a red dot or iron sights. Like I use iron sights on my AR. I'm gonna switch to a red dot here sometime. All the time. That'd be fun. That I've never personally shot out that far, but it would be cool to try it because you have so much that you have to put into it. The windage, bullet drop, all that kind of stuff. There's so many variables that you have to work with. Being able to shoot out that far is definitely an art, definitely an art form, and you have my respect if you can shoot out that far. I had a buddy in my unit when I was in the army. He used to snipe, and U.S. train, nice. And Kentucky windage. There you go. Okay. And so he showed me some of his pictures that when he was deployed and stuff like that, and you can shoot far and still do a lot of damage out there. So, Keith, you up to anything exciting today? Like I told you guys, I'm not really doing anything other than doing those couple little shout outs in Uncle Al's book, which again, Uncle Al, man, I so appreciate that. You did not have to send me that stuff. And then I'm going to be hitting 600s here soon. Oh, I was just asking you if you were doing anything exciting out there. Anything fun and exciting going on today? This part under 70. Yeah, I appreciate that, Uncle Al. Yeah. Oh, barbecue. Very nice, very nice. Um, went to a barbecue here a couple weeks ago. They were doing ribs, barbecue ribs by somebody who actually knows how to do them. Can't get a whole lot better. The only thing better than that is doing a whole hog barbecue, which I've only done. I've only been to one of those in my life. And the best part, I'm under 70. Like RG, you're under 70 years old. It's always fun on these live streams when you're responding to people and you're like, is that what I think it says? Or, oh, cool. Toucan, Duncan, Oklahoma, Buffalo. Ooh, Buffalo, nice. Getting used to a new injection. What are you having, Jet? So what's up, man? Take a shot. Uh, Uncle Al, what are you having the injection for? If you can tell, or at least what kind of side effects are you having? Don't forget, I'm a nurse, level 1 trauma hospital. Jed, you staying out of trouble out there? Vomiting. You got any? Yes, yes. Giddy up, gal. Hey, if you guys haven't been to her channel, truck driver, cute dog, very awesome. Oh, combat medic, nice, Keith. My buddy is that. Well, that's kind of not fun, Jet. But Uncle Al, do you have? Do they got you taking Zofran or anything like that for that? There's Zofran or Finagrin is always my two go-to for vomiting. And then if you're just going the non-medicinal route, saltine crackers and Sprite. Here's my owie. You can kind of see it. 6 stitches. Not bad. Got a little bit of pus growing out there, but not too bad. All right, old school. You have a good one. I appreciate you stopping by. It's very, very appreciative. That's what I told. I told my wife I didn't need to go to the hospital, but she saw all the blood, and I want to stay alive. So happy wife, happy life, all that stuff, and went there. Doc only gave me 6 stitches just because he wanted to make it look cool because he was bored. He hadn't done stitches in a couple months, so he's like, "Hey, do you care?" I was like, "No, have fun." This is actually the first time I've ever had stitches in my life. I'm 38 years old. I've made it this far without having to do it. I'm a vet. I go to the V. I don't have to pay for anything. Yes, in Gypsy, your dog is a hot mess, and it is so fun watching you guys. But man, you're bouncing up and down. Whew, whew. Drinking, getting used to the new med. Drinking diet 7-Up. Okay, we're at my hospital. That's actually what they're switching a lot of people to is actually diet 7-Up. They were doing generic Sprite. Ginger. See, I've never been a ginger ale fan. But yeah, saltine crackers. That'll help absorb some of the crap that you got going on with your stomach. If your stomach's all messed up, and the Sprite will help. The 7-Up will help calm it down. And then while we're on the subject, I'm thinking about doing a couple stable gun workshoop. Yeah, actually, it does, but the finger's too small. Area wouldn't have worked. So, that's the big thing. I was just gonna do paper towel and tape, but my wife shot that down. Do you guys want me to start doing any medical videos to where, like, some basic first aid, things like that anybody can do especially anybody who does anything with sharp knives, guns, things like that, to where if you hurt yourself, that you at least kind of know what to do, because all right, cool, I'll start working on some of those. You are your own first responder. Fire department, where my cabin is, if I called 911, it's going to take them at least 15 minutes, if not more, to get to my cabin. All right, Uncle Al, you have a good one, sir. Hope you feel better. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you out. If you guys aren't subbed to Uncle Al, please give him a check. So I think that's really it, guys. I'm gonna show Uncle Al's book one more time. This is the one he got me to help me fill in my gaps from Finger Lakes Preppers video series he's got. This is how to basically live off the land. And then the couple shout outs I was given was Eat Carbs. You guys haven't been to his channel. Great guy. Loves to do cooking outside, either in canteens, campfires, things like that. AOK Foraging with Zach and Brenda. They're nuts. They will keep you cracking up the whole time. And then today's homesteader, it's a younger guy out west. He's got a really nice homestead that he's building up. Lots of farm animals, working with water and fencing and stuff like that. And that's about it. So I think I'm going to hop off here, guys. I appreciate everybody who stopped by. When I should be hitting 600 here hopefully soon. When I do, I'm going to do another giveaway. So please keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for that one. I appreciate everybody. Help each other out. Support each other. Because, YouTube likes to kind of shaft all of us smaller channels and stuff like that. So I will talk to you guys here later. I really, really appreciate everybody's support. I'm sweating like crazy. Yes, Will's good. Yes, Will is a character. So talk to you guys here later on.